Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. On the left hand side we are going to be having first pick GGGGAFK. On the right we're going to be having Doki HoTS Club, and I have shortened the names in the Observer, but you can definitely see in the title which teams are. This is also an East Coast matchup for the Nexus Gaming Series, and if I didn't mention already, it is a Division A matchup. So we'll go ahead and get into this. We did have the map bans, and the coin flip was won by first pick Gazlo. They went ahead and chose map pick, so they banned out Volskaya Foundry. Brax's Holdout was banned out by the members of Doki HoTS Club. Team Spider Queen is first map for first pick Gazlo, GGAFK, and we have Towers of Doom for game number 2 as we get a first ban onto Gazlo. And the funny thing is this is a great map for that hero, and the other factor too is Deity Minion did mention to me, he's like, oh yeah, please don't let the other team know that I'm going to be picking Gazlo in that first slot. So unfortunately, their name has given their strat away too much. We can't first pick Gazlo anymore. It's just what they're saying here. It's too good. But this is going to be a double specialist lockout for the members of Doki HoTS Club. And on Team of Spider Queen, the Gazlo, yes, it makes sense, especially going into this team, but the Asmodan's the big one here. Wave clear and rotations can be huge. Wrath is a great talent, I personally think. We've also seen a lot of teams go into Gluttony. Gluttony is a phenomenal talent if you want to go for the cooldown reduction. If you are making rotations, you get that cooldown reduction from the minions. But that is going to be a Gaul banned out. This is a Division A matchup, but it feels like we're getting kind of just Team League bans, which Team League sometimes honestly feels not like a Division A matchup. But either way, I'm just seeing the chat behind me, and it's just like these teams are just not happy with these bans at this point. But first pick going into Team of Spider Queen, we can often see something like a Decker Kane, very, very powerful in the rotational factor, as well as being able to support teams in the by dropping potions in the rotations. But we actually have a Malfurion coming out, and it's still a great hero. You can definitely get the Nature's Mark onto friendly team and just heal them throughout. And the Penth, hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming by and cheering on some amateur heroes of the storm. But this 1-2 pickup on the side of first pick Gazlo, GGAFK, I still put a high priority onto the Decker Kane. I think he's in the 1-2 slot for most teams, and I think they also respect that. But we will be getting a Joanna with that. Team of Spider Queen, a phenomenal map for her. Great poke with her Blinding Shield. A great setup with the oh boy, Blessed Shield, to go ahead and just get that lockdown, then some follow-up, and then you can root them again with the Deckard Kane. But I love this. So we're going to be seeing a bit of an old composition come out. Stitches, Malfurion, Jaina. So you go ahead, you get the hook, go ahead and have the root from Malfurion right underneath them, and then Jaina drops and bursts all the damage, all the snow, and that will pretty much be a dead hero in most situations. Joanna might be the outlier in that situation, but at this point, if I was the members of first pick Gazlo, GGAFK, I'd be looking to ban some sort of solo laner, maybe make... Oh, I like this actually. It pairs well with the team. Greymane gets benefits from Jaina. The lockdown will be huge for them, as well as it's great for that wave clear in the rotations too. So that's actually a smart ban coming out from first pick Gazlo, GGAFK. Cho'Gall ban? Cho'Gall is honestly a great hero on this map. Agarbombs, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Okay, so this ban, I would either target wave clear, like a Gul'dan Kael'thas, or a solo lane. That's at least my opinion. And I am rolling 2 for 2 as they go ahead and take out the Genji. Quick rotations, great dive onto that backline, making Malfurion's life quite horrific. And the other thing too is Malfurion no longer has Ice Block. And I mean, it's been something that's been in the game for a while, but that's a big thing to note. Is just you can dive onto them and there's no sort of kind of pause for the Malfurion to stay alive while the rest of the team kind of cleans up and works around that fight that's dove in a little bit too deep onto the healer. This will be that Cassia. Great wave clear, great poke, and they'll actually pick up the Leoric for the solo lane. I like this. Very good wave clear, great lockdown. Buried Alive is a huge talent on this map. Honestly, any map. Buried Alive at 20 from Leoric with the Entomb. That's terrifying. I mean, you are buried alive, and there is no out in that situation except for potentially just winning the fight without abilities or anything. It's kind of terrifying. But this will be the Malthael picked up for that solo lane into the Leoric, so percentage-based damage going into percentage-based healing, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be interesting to see that. But then they're actually going to double mage, huh? Doki Doki HoTS Club is going to pick up the Li Ming on top of the Jaina that they already have. That's a lot. Yo, Fringe Average. Thank you, my friend, for the 69 bits. What's going on? How is your night going? All right, we are going to be having this last pick, though, coming out from First Pick Gazlo GGAFK, and they need... I still think Wave Clear. Gould and Kael'thas.
Ready to roll out.
Oh. Or you just play that range. Okay. I wasn't expecting this composition. Typically, we actually see the Yrel in Sergeant Hammer compositions, mostly because you have the Righteous Hammer for the knockback, and just to have that kind of extra control to make sure that Hammer doesn't really get dove too much on, or doesn't really get bodied in many situations, and that Righteous Hammer is a really, really good way to separate, you know, anyone from getting too deep onto your backline units. But we'll see, as we are going to be loading here into game number 1. I can't wait for this. I hope you are ready as well. All right. Honestly, looking at the two teams, the damage output coming out from Doki Doki HoTS Club is kind of terrifying, but it's double mage, and I don't know if it's going to work out. That's a lot of backline, and not a whole lot for Malthael to really work with. Malthael dives a little bit, and that might go out of the range of what they have. Now, at the same time, the Sergeant Hammer, the Last Rites, there's really not much to stop the Last Rites from happening. So if they can get Sergeant Hammer weak enough, they can get Deckard weak enough, or Cassia weak enough, I think that's just going to be... That's going to be picked apart, honestly. Buried Alive, best talent. Yo, what's up, Zunicorn? You know what's up. I really like the Leoric right now. How's it going, IndifB? Glad to see you, my friend. Leoric is a very, very good hero. I agree with that. Especially on 2 of the Spider Queen, Wave Clear is phenomenal. The lockdown from Entomb is just so huge. Oh, actually, First Pick Gazlo getting their 2 most played tanks. I like that. Okay. Okay, that's a good stat to know. The burst to follow up those hooks. The thing is, though, like, yes, I can agree, but at the same time, I kind of disagree. But let's find out. Kooks is going to be on... Excuse me, first off, we have First Pick Gazlo GGAFK on the left-hand side, with Kooks going to be on the Joanna, Airsick going to be on the Leoric, DD Minion going to be on the... Sergeant Hammer, Cass going to be on the Cassia, and Blinky going to round out the team on that old man Deckard Cain. And on the right-hand side, we are going to be having Doki HoTS Club, with Proxus going to be on the Li Ming, Tmog going to be, or is it T-Mog? I think I asked this last time. I think I cast them. Maybe I never cast them. But either way, T-Mog is going to be on the Jaina. Will have Contempt going to be on the Stitches. Unicorn Farts is going to be on the Malfurion, and Argentina Boy is going to be on the Malthael. Let's go ahead and get into this, as they've already just... they're already talking about this. I love this. I love that these teams are just going back and forth like this, but we currently have just the setup going into this mid lane. 2 teams are really not going to be playing this too aggressive, as Kooks does step up, going to get that Condemn out here. Proxus is going to poke onto DD Minion, getting a ton from that combo, but the thing is, Deckard Cain has great healing at this point, but the thing is, you can't really heal through all that burst. They get out with under 200 health, but Contempt is a little too far forward as they continue to poke out onto this. Back out, and no team falling just yet, but that was a great start. Meanwhile, though, peeking into this bottom lane, Leoric is doing a phenomenal job of pushing this in, though Malthael does have some great damage output. We'll have to see how this works out, as, you know, Leoric is going to be controlling this lane fairly well. I think the wave clear is a lot quicker for them, so they'll be able to push the wave up a lot quicker. I like these hooks, though, coming out to pull them into the back line, even though it'll pull them, you know, past the team. Kooks in a little bit of a bad spot there. Will be the root coming out, and Deckard Cain. I was like, did Deckard Cain go into the Scroll of Identify at level 1? But it's not going to be happening, as it's actually just going to be the Sapphire for the increased slow amount, and just to be able to kind of lock these members down, maybe get a little extra damage with Hammer, and maybe set Cassie up for that dive with the Fend here. But we have the lockdown going out. Roots on to Contempt, but really not going to be following up too much damage here. Up going to be going on into Cast. They try and get out, but that was a really, really good use of the Shield Glare from Kooks there to make sure that there isn't really any big burst that can go onto Cast. Granted, the burst really comes from their mage ability, so that does kind of walk around the blinds that Cassia and Joanna both offer into this map, but at the same time, it does also shut down Malthael extremely hard, and we'll have to see how that works out for them in the later half of the game, as taking a bit of damage here, but no one really going to be losing out in this bottom lane. Meanwhile, though, we do have a lot of damage going out of the deity minion, but they're able to get out with the healing from Blinky. We just have Poke coming out from Proxus. And the rotations are right back out into these lanes. And that's the big thing on this map at this point, is just stacking up questing abilities, much like Cassia's Thunderstroke at level 1. Being able to stack those Qs up as quickly as possible is huge for them. The other thing, too, is Jaina with the Fingers of Frost at level 1, looking to get as many of those regen globes as possible, and rotating between top and mid guarantees you to get, obviously, a crap load of those, and you'll be able to finish that very quickly. And on top of that, Stitches actually did go into the Regeneration Master, not going to be going for the Slam build that we often see most Stitches go for. That is a lot of value from that level 1, but at the same time, if they're building this to be very, very tanky. They want to have that, but Blinky going to be getting caught out here. The root goes out as well. A lot of damage being dumped on top of them, but they're able to walk away. The old man will be fine, as it looks like we continue just to have this wave clear going out. Meanwhile, though, Malthael trying to turn in 14, and Leoric is not really allowing it. Yeah, what's up, Ragnarok? How's it going, man? Ouch. I literally pan back up here, and just to see the combo coming out from Li Ming, and just going to be getting the Cassia kill there. That will be first kill of the game going over in favor for Doki Doki HoTS Club, as we continue once again to have the rotations come out. Blinky going to get hooked here. No follow-up damage just yet. The Condemn comes out from Kooks. A lot of good combos coming out from the Li Ming at this time. And I gotta say, I talked down about it, but I need to shut my mouth, because the double mage in this situation is very, very strong, especially for the members of Doki Doki HoTS Club. We'll see, though, how they can kind of adjust this play. It is very early on to the Spider Queen. We're only at, we're sub 4 minutes. It's not even 7s yet, but there is a bit of an experience gap starting to form between these two teams. And I don't know if the rotations are a little bit stronger. The kill really didn't yield much. It was less than a tower value at this point. Kooks, though, bit of a bad spot. Pops the Iron Skin, going to be under 500 health. They need that damage. Kooks, where you go, and you got to decide which way. And they get the healing from Blinky. The blinds go out, and that's going to be them just fine. This is, it's pretty tight at this point, this early into the game, and I'm really, really excited to see who's going to really start to pop off, as we actually have, excuse me, I think a hook going out there on the Blinky. Root comes out as well. Condemn coming out from Kooks. Cass going to be trying to dive in with that fend on a Unicorn Farps, and they confirm the kill. But at the same time, was it worth it, as there's a lot of good damage coming out? That is going to be no combo or anything coming out from Proxus or T-Mog, as they get the slows from Leark, who has rotated up into this lane. That will be the Spectral Leech. Hook barely. If Deity Minion got pulled in there, I don't think it would have been the burst to kill, but it definitely would have been enough where they need to get out of there. But both teams have the availability for the turn, and I think they're going to be opting for it. T-Mog in a bad spot. Deckard Cain with the Haragic Cube will confirm the kill, but while they were chasing that, they didn't get their turn in, and that will be first turn in of the game going over to Doki Doki HoTS Club. First pick Gazlo GGAFK is going to need to play this, well, they've got a kill in their favor, so they can play this aggressive, or they can play this slow and just go for the wave clear, as two members did get rooted there. Leoric in a bit of a bad spot with 30 gems. If they drop him, getting that Wraithwalk out was just key. And the other thing, too, is if they end up dying to damage over time that was applied to them, that would have been still a great spot to die, because you've at least put yourself with your 30 gems to drop them right next to your hammer and your Deckard Cain, so you really wouldn't have lost out. Yes, you would have lost the experience, but it's Leoric. I mean, that's Leoric value to die on the battle map and respawn right there. But we have a decent siege going in on this mid lane, and they're going to be taking out the front gate. The Webweaver has fallen. Top lane might be the priority. Leoric should have the clear into bottom quick enough. I wonder what they're going to be doing at this time, is I don't think that they're... Ooh, the Iron Skin coming up from Kooks there. Really, really well timed, as they don't get hooked in. That would have been really damaging to them, but they get the clear into this. They're going to lose some front gates. Oh, but Leoric, do you get rotated in on? That's the big question. Oh, that's my dog barking, and scared me enough to the point where I just clicked on a hero. Oh, it catches me off guard. All right. There we go. Z? Oh, are we on the bug where we're just going to keep going back and back to player? There we go. All right. That should do it. Once we lose that minion, we should lose out on the player. Nope. All right. Well, that's just going to be it for the entire stream. I don't know why it does that. Caster UI bugs. Wonderful. But at least we're going to be seeing who they're applying their mark to. Let's see if we can at least maybe just get rid of this. It's going to stay on Malfury. Why you do this to me? Okay. All right. Well, we'll at least get to see what their cooldowns are throughout the game. We will have the Condemn coming out from Kooks at this time. Rest of the team? Oh, though, I see what this is. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Hold on. Trying to remember these keys offhand. That's just Jaina. That's just Sergeant Hammer. Because what it's currently doing is limiting our field of view, and I do apologize for this stream, because it's kind of annoying that we can't see what the enemy is doing at all times. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. There's a way to clear it out, actually, and I'm not remembering offhand, and I'm sorry, it's messing up the stream a little bit here. Oh, we're just not going to have vision of the other half of the team, unless someone knows the key off of hand. Not Control W, that's just our UI. Alright, well, either way, we're going to be going ahead and trying to get this turn at this time. This backspace key no longer works for us. Oh, we are going to be getting the... Oh my god, so much damage going to be coming out. There will be the sleep as well. The silence comes out on top of that. So many of these members are falling in this fight, and that is going to be 2 for 2. Excuse me, Li Ming getting Reset City, and that is so much the economy of First Pick GGAFK is going to be losing half of their gems, and they still have enough for a turn in, though, with that Leorc. Excuse me, no, it's going to be the Sergeant Hammer who does have enough at this time. Ooh, that is rough to lose that many gems. That was a lot for them. All right, sorry. I'm going to do this really, really quickly, stream. I'm going to see if we can just go ahead and... backspace, it's not working. Okay, I don't know. I do not know off the top of my head. Good old Bandit. Yeah, good old Bandit is going to be ruining our stream quality at this time. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head anything I can do really, really quickly just to fix this, but I don't think it's going to be working. See if I can just do... That's just C. That's just going to be pulling us right back in. Alright, well, we're going to be stuck like this for this game, unfortunately. You press E. Should go back to everyone. Oh. Oh, thank you, Anchor Bombs. Agar Bombs. Thank you so much for that. Alright, well, we are back into this. Argentina boy will be falling to the Malthael at this time. We are going to be getting cast so low here, looking for the reset from the Li Ming. That will be the Ring of Frost coming out above us here. Yo, massive shout out to Agar Bombs to go ahead and get that. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, alright. Roxas will be needing to get out of here. That is going to be Team Mog in a bad spot. They actually get the kill there, and that is going to be a very, very good play for the members of First Pick GGAFK as they go ahead and get the turn in their favor as well. Trying to get those kills onto Kooks because they just are realistically looking for some sort of advantage in this situation, but it's not going to be happening as it's 12 to 12 in levels. Leorc is going to need to push out that top lane, and it's going to be doing it fairly easily. Malthael going to be rotating up to try and get some damage into them. The one thing that I did not talk about because I missed it, so I was trying to figure out how to get back to everybody, is going to be the 10 talents. Yeah. Well, so the minion kill doesn't work anymore for some reason. Like it's super fun. But either way, so 10 talents, we actually have that BFG from the hammer for that burst. We also have the Entomb, so we should look... Ooh, excuse me. We have the Valkyrie coming up, but they actually avoided in the situation. Not going to be getting pulled in, and that is going to be the line coming as well. The friendly hook to save Unicorn Fart there, but 13 to 12. Talent to your advantage, and it looks like they're going to need to just delay... Or excuse me, give over this bottom lane. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was trying to really, really quickly look through the abilities. There's a 2-minute delay, unfortunately. Alright. Yeah, it should go back over at this second, because I... Yeah. Cool. Alright, so we are going to be currently having... Hammer, why were you so far out? Was there a Valkyrie that came out? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it was a hook. Okay. I'm sorry. Which we missed a bit of this. My apologies. But we actually have a big fight coming out that will be the sleep on top of that. The Ring of Frost comes out onto the Decker Cane in the back line. A lot of damage will be dumped onto a few of these members. Argentina boy looking for the kill. That will be the kill onto the Cassie at this time. Kooks will finally be falling as they have chased that kill for so long in this game. And they have the availability for a turn-in on the side. It's like Jaeger bombs without the Y sound. Okay. Okay. I appreciate that, my friend. Team Mog gets the clear in this bottom lane. They'll go ahead and get the turn in. And that is going to be second web we've returned in phase 4, the members of Doki Doki HoTS Club, as they know that this camp is available because they can still see it on the map. They want to go for the invade. They're not going to be able to step up there on time, but they might be able to get the kills here, and that will be huge as Proxus is going to be stepping way too far forward, going to be getting killed there, but Blinky will be followed up as well. Leork trying to get that damage mitigation with the Ominous Wrath as the hammer goes and gets hooked there. That will be the Entomb as well. A Valkyrie coming up, but the cleanse will be there on time. The Entomb is there on top of that. They have the ice block for the Jaina here, dumping a bunch of snow as they come out of that. That will be Leork losing all those gems. They're going to try and pick these up, but Cass is really the only one left with Kooks, and they realistically need to play this safe. The Blessed Shield coming out as well to slow this down. They pick up the majority of these gems, but Kooks is getting zoned away here. There will be the roots on top of them. I think this is 32 gems going to be falling. Meanwhile, all that was happening. That is going to be top lane web weaver pushing in, mid lane web weaver pushing in, as well as bottom lane. Taki, what is up, my friend? Thank you for coming by and checking out the stream here, as we currently have this really, really great push coming out from Doki Doki HoTS Club. And I actually got to say, the early game looked really strong for first pick Gazlo GGAFK, but they got some of these really, really great late game fights. These hooks coming out with these roots are huge, as they're going to go ahead and pick up Cassia, and that is another kill in favor for Doki Doki HoTS Club, as they still have this top lane web weaver assailing the front gate, and Hammer trying to do their best to push them back. Contempt stepping up so far, just taking shots, looking for that gorge. They go ahead and they get it right there, and that is going to be a dead Deckard Cain. Gets dumped under the root. Burst comes out. They're walking away, but the Ring of Frost will confirm the kill. Or actually, no, the minions will, as Kooks is in a bit of a bad spot. They do not have Yep, I was going to say, they don't have the, not Condemn, the Iron Skin, and I was just like, oh, they're not going to be able to, you know, not get hit by the last rites, which, speaking of, Malthael's sitting at 2 stacks of that already, so 5-second cooldown off of the 60 seconds it is, if I'm not mistaken? 65 seconds, so currently sitting a little bit lower, but Contempt going to be going ahead and getting Entomb and saying, well, you're not stuck in here. I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck here with me, as they almost get that kill onto Leork, but 18-16. 9 gems away for a turn-in on the side of Doki Doki HoTS Club, and I don't know what you do on the side of first pick Gazlo GGAFK. Their lanes are, I wouldn't say crazy pushed in, but they really can't fight too far out because, well, they need to regroup and get everyone back to full. We currently have a lot of the members coming back from just hearthing to get all their mana and health back, and we just have the members of Doki Doki HoTS Club. They'll be able to just go ahead and rotate around, and this is an easy camp pickup for them. They go ahead and pick up bottom lane as well. I don't think that there's going to be a play for a boss. They're going to go ahead and check it, though. Make sure that they're like, well, we can't see them on map. Where are they? And not going to be happening just yet. We do have the turn-in available fairly soon for the members of Doki Doki HoTS Club, but Respect Gazlo GGAFK looking for this potential pick in this bush. Not going to be happening. Every heroic is off cooldown. That is a big thing to note at this time, too. These two teams go very, very hard. Actually, speaking of All Out Brawl, well, we kind of have this in-between time. I'll go ahead and pull up some stats. We do have the turn-in once again for the members of Doki Doki HoTS Club, and they'll be pushing this in with a Bruiser camp in bottom lane. They'll have the top lane with catapult pressure. Question is, do they get a pick before this? They've managed to do that so many times before, as we actually have Stitches with that fishing hook trying to find someone out of position, but it's not going to be happening. As 19-17 here. They can take the front gate, maybe a little bit more, you know, some extra experience, as Cass is going to be getting caught out. The blow up onto Li Ming is huge, and I will never speak poorly of Doki Doki HoTS Club's double mage here, as they do lose their Malthael. But the thing is, they had that gorge onto the Leork. Might have been a bad idea, as the Entomb does come out. That will be the silence on top of that. They have the Ring of Frost, but that also will be the Stay a While and Listen coming out from the Deckard Cain. They kill the Jaina, and I praise their double mage composition, and then of course it gets picked apart a little bit. But the thing is, top lane. Top lane is a win condition currently, as this Web Weaver with 2 catapults is starting to work down the core health. We have a couple members trying to get back at this time. We have some pings going out onto Stitches, looking for that hook onto one member. Going to go ahead and get the hammer over the wall. That is going to be a dead tank. Nope. Top lane, still has catapults. Going to be going down to 87%, maybe a little bit more. A lot of damage, 75% on that core left. Bottom lane is maybe getting pushed out a little bit here. Li Ming just looking for that extra experience. They do have 20 advantage at this time. It's going to be the hungry Stitches. I like this. Going to see if he can just eat the entire team, as we also will have the upgrade for the Ring of Frost. That cold snap in the center is going to be huge for them. We actually Oh, that was just the bite. I was like, did the Gorge animation just go off? A lot of damage is going to be going on to Leoric. They pull him back in and say, you know what, let's keep fighting. But they actually pop the Ominous, or they pop their Wraithwalk and just going to get that damage mitigation. But so low, they end up falling regardless. That's huge for them. They just lost a member. Now, granted, yeah, they can get that slow, but look at Kooks getting chased by this entire team. Argentina Boy going to be stepping up. The hook goes out. That will be the unstoppable use, but it is not enough. They still confirm the kill onto Joanna. That will be Deity Minion getting caught by the Cold Snap here in the center. They actually don't get the kill with the BFG, and they end up losing their hammer here. That's going to be 3 for none as it's 18-20, and realistically, if I was on Doki Doki Hot Club, I'd be looking for a keep maybe to end the game here, because it's 30+ seconds on 3 heroes. That is huge for them, and we actually have Contempt going ahead and just walking right around the keep here, making sure that they can at least try and push up the catapults. Blinky trying to deny this as best they can. They get the clear into the minion wave. We also have Leoric popping up at this time. Going to go ahead and just try and get that Ominous Wrath out, but the thing is that's not going to do a ton for them as they start to assail on this core. Shielding starting to fall a little bit here in favor for the members of Doki Doki Hot Club. 10 seconds on their closest member to come back. The sleep comes out as well. They're trying to get this damage out, but I don't think it's going to be enough at this time, as it's going to be first game going over to the members of Doki Doki Hot Club. GG. Well played. Ooh. What's up? Hi, welcome back. Stone live during that game. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that support, my friend. Hope you are having a wonderful evening, as apparently I can't resend alerts. But thank you for the follow while we were in that game. All right. I gotta catch the end of that, because the 3 members getting picked off right at the end of that was huge. That was huge for them. I've never seen such good entombs. There were a lot of actually good entombs throughout that game. But the thing is, so like here, this entomb that I'm watching here, oh my god, that was not what they needed. And the hook back in, Li Ming able to get that poke out, that was huge. Yeeks. That was that first pick onto the Leoric, and then they follow up with Kooks with the last rites. It was, I actually said I think 3 members were killed, but 4 were actually, because it doesn't show the death timer for the Leoric. That was a huge play for them on the side of Doki Doki Hot Club. But Li Ming doing work. I honestly wouldn't, if I was on the side of first pick GGAFK, I'd be looking to ban out the Li Ming in the next match. That was not something I want to be dealing with, as well as what map we're going to be going into. That is going to be Towers of Doom, and Towers of Doom is a great map for Li Ming. A lot of good poke, as well as Jaina too. T-Mog is doing a phenomenal job. Twitch chat, how you doing? Thanks for hanging out. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna pull this away. Let's get ourselves set up for game number 2 here. Let me actually see. The other team ended up setting up the lobby last time, so okay, they didn't. Cool. All right, that's no problem. I just don't want to. I don't want to set up a lobby and then it's just like, oh no, never mind. We don't. Let me go ahead and get one of the members from First Gazlo in here. Draft. And then I can actually pull in Unicorn Fart because, well, all the other team has Gazlo portraits, so that'll be easy to... That's Unicorn King. Need Unicorn Farts. Oh. Archon Infinite Mode or Riot? I don't know why my moderator decided to not allow someone to @ player. That was weird. Alright, Unicorn Farts get swapped over... Swapped over. Oh, we gotta do this. Oops, swapped over. There, and I think I'm good. Yes. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and give them another link. Whew. What a game number 1, honestly. That was awesome. All right. Please tell me you saw at least my last ice block. I think I did. I think I might have. Was it the one with the BFG? I'm currently just agreeing for them. They're talking about not banning each other's heroes out, but I think so. Cause didn't T-Mog BFG didn't they ice block the BFG? I'm pretty sure that they ice blocked right over it. Yeah, the 20 upgrade was so good. I was like, all right, out of here. Wait. Oh, I love these teams. They're currently just chatting back and forth. Yo, Center, what's up, friend? Excuse me, it's Centner. All right, let me ask if the teams are ready. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves set up. Or actually, we'll get going into game number 2 here. This is not the only match I have. Okay, that's fine. This is not the only matchup we're going to be having tonight. After this game, we're going to be going into another matchup for the Nexus Gaming Series. That's going to be Missed My E versus United East. And that is a Division D matchup. So definitely stick around for more Heroes of Storm after this matchup. But either way, how's everybody doing? Thanks for coming by. If you are enjoying the stream, please go ahead and hit that follow button. If you're feeling extra sassy and you've got that extra Twitch Prime and you want to go ahead and use it, please, by all means, get yourself a nice little beard as well as some cool little emotes. But we're waiting on one player at this time just to get back, and then we will get going here into our Towers of Doom game. That's what tank players look like. Dang. Strong words coming out. All right. Are we about to get, like, I'm seeing some agreements here, and I'm really hoping for it. Is it a best of 1? A best of 3? It's actually a best of 2. So we're just gonna be having 2 games here. This is the longest bathroom. Say that, but you banned both Gaza and Esmedan. Oh man, these teams going back and forth. All right, let me just go ahead and get the team set up quickly. You know that Doki has that. All right, well, at this point, we're just waiting for one member to get back, and then we'll get going into game number 2 here. I do apologize for the small delay. Why is it? Sorry, the Peneth. I think it's just, you know, it's looking at your name in a sexual manner. Correctly pronouncing Centner's name? Why? Like, why? I mean, to be honest, like, I glance at it and I'm like, Center. But if you actually look at it, it's Centner. All right. So. Said it right the first time I met you. Teams... Spell. Teams are. Fingers. Do things. Alright, we got one ready from Doki, and we've got another ready, so let's get going here. Let me make sure. Okay, cool. All that's set. And let's go ahead and get ourselves here into game number 2.
Towers of Doom.
I think Towers of Doom is always one of the best maps to close out a series on. Most it's actually Setner. Now I think now you're just messing with me. Now you're just lying to me, chat. That will be the Maiev going to be first banned here. And if anyone missed it before we get going in this game, for the first game, first pick GGAFK went ahead and they went for map picks. So then Volskaya Foundry was their ban. Rax's holdout was banned out by the members of Doki HoTS Club. First map was chosen. It was Tomb of the Spider Queen. Towers of Doom is going to be our second map, chosen by Doki HoTS Club. And I'm seeing our draft chat explode right now, but just them, you know, never fun, you know, no fun, just hisses. And that is going to be the same bans we saw in the last game. So no comfort picks. Do I use Stats of the Storm? Not when I'm casting, because I already have too many things going on at once. I have 3 monitors, and all 3 of them are currently filled with things. I've got chat, OBS, I've got stream stuff, I've got Discord, I've got audio levels, I've got my stream labels. When I'm solo streaming and I'm playing the game, I've also got Spotify open, and then obviously main game. So usually when I run a co-caster, or if I'm co-casting, then I will use Stats of the Storm. But if I'm on my own, I don't have the time to kind of reference the stuff and kind of like let my co-caster do some talking about something, and then I can pull stats while they're talking about specific items. I could pull stats before the game, but it was a bit of an early game today for me, and I only had like an hour between. Baha, you casting in 1.5 hours? Yeah, I do believe so. I'm going to be casting at 6:30 another match. So in 1 hour, I'll be casting. But that is going to be... Alright, so let's go ahead and actually look through these picks and bans. We do have the Malfurion first picked on the side of first pick GGAFK, so they go away from their own name, but they did have the Gazlo banned out. That is going to be an Ana and a Li Ming, which that is terrifying. Not Stim Drone, but the Nano Boost from Ana is extremely powerful on mages as well as Malthael. We've seen that in the past. Malthael is terrifying. That's Nano boosted. So Li Ming could be the option. We could honestly see the entire same draft out from them, and just the change on no Malfurion, just an Ana instead, which I think is plausible. But we'll see here. They do need a main tank. I would look to maybe ban out something like a Diablo, something like a Garrosh here. I think those would be strong bans that would really weaken their composition. The Diablo's really strong. I mean, the Greymane has dive potential. Diablo's a lot of good dive setup potential, so why not take those 2 out of here, as well as there's a lot of tight corridors and a lot of great areas where you can really get some value here, and it's a great map for that hero, and taking him off the table, not a bad idea. This ban though, I think we honestly just see a tank choke. I think it's going to be either actually no, Stitches. I think they just ban the Stitches here. Oh, they go for the Joanna actually. I was thinking Stitches because it had a lot of value from them in the last game, and this map is still a great Stitches map. I mean, it's a map where literally the, you know, kidnap composition became a thing. But that will be the Leoric and Hanzo picked up for the members of Doki Doki HoTS Club. Hanzo, great poke value as well as vision and just, you know, burn and just kind of chunking a few of these heroes, and great setup as well with the Dragon Arrow. Even Dragon Strike can be valuable in many situations. We will need this next pick for first pick Gazlo GGAFK. They actually go for the Medivh with an Anub'arak, and actually funny enough, I haven't seen a single white main ban yet. Like, I haven't. Why hasn't she been banned at all? I mean, this is the map where she gets so much value, especially with Anub'arak too. I mean, actually, I wouldn't say just this map. I think it's yo Reg. Thank you so much for the 14-month resub. 14 months
to the end of the world. Subscribed.
I like how it just makes the gift super
14
tiny.
Mo Pogshomp. Keep being UBB. Looking forward to some more awesome games to close out this NGS season.
Thank you so much, Rag, for the 14-month resub. I really appreciate it. But let's go ahead. Let's get in this. Let's talk about this draft in the loading screen, as I'm going to go also take a chug of tea. Okay. All right. The Anub'arak has really good shutdown with Cocoon. Things like Ana, no longer a thing in this fight. Li Ming can be shut down in that backline. They can step forward. That's a huge asset. Also, Dahaka with the burrow potential. Global aspects are huge on a map like this. At the same time, Garrosh is something to be feared. And on that same hand, Medivh, I think, is a great counter into that. That was actually one of the big things that I think a lot of the teams did when Garrosh came out, was like, all right, well, Medivh is now a hard counter to Garrosh. You flip an enemy away, portal there, goodbye, you're fine, that's it. No blow up, unless you can get that stun CC chain, but realistically, their main sort of kind of chain CC control is just that Garrosh taunt as well as the Ana sleep. But let's find out in this game number 2, on the left-hand side, trying to even out the score this evening, we are going to be having first pick Gazlo, GGAFK, with Ursik going to be on the Dahaka. We'll have Deity Minion going to be on the The Raymain will have Blinky going to be on the Malfurion. Kooks will be on the Anubrek, and Cass? Yes, Cass will be on the Medivh. I shouldn't have doubted myself. On the right-hand side, we'll have Doki HoTS Club trying to make this a 2-0 this evening. We'll have T-Mog going to be on the Hanzo. We'll have Proxys once again on the Li Ming. Contempt going to be on the Garrosh. We have Argentina Boy going to be on that Leoric, and rounding out the team with Unicorn Farts on this Ana. Riding that Unicorn also, too, which is just about perfect. But they actually go ahead and rotate hard down in this bottom lane, looking to get some of this structure damage out. And even if it's just a little bit from that combo, that's huge because of the animated spray. Well, it looks like we literally have to restart the game, everyone, because we cannot have an animated spray. Why didn't they pick Stitches on Towers? Garrosh is good, though. I don't know why they didn't pick Stitches on Towers of Doom. I personally think that they could have gotten a lot of value from that, but that is going to be a toss on the Blinky. The portal goes out. They're able to walk away just fine. Anubrek dives in just to also make sure that they can get out of there just fine. Sleep into flip. We know of this. So good. That's a good. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, even hook into sleep is still powerful, but maybe they just felt more comfortable with the Garrosh in the situation. That single target repositioning will be huge for them. Maybe they just wanted to get that single burst and just win off of that. If you take if every fight becomes a 4v5 in over the single altar phases, that's realistically you can't contest too well over that. And the other thing too, on top of that, the poke damage that can come out from the members of First Pick GGAFK isn't the highest. I mean, Malfurion has some poke, Anubrek has some poke, and so does Greymane, but it's ability-based for most of it, and, abilities have cooldown, so it's not like they have any sort of long-range, really, really great way to get into this, whereas you have Li Ming, who has, constant abilities that you can just cycle through, as well as Hanzo, who's got the baseline 3 abilities are all, interrupts that you can utilize here, but we actually have Camp going to be potentially invaded by Kooks. They do scout them out. They're not going to be grabbed here, as that will be the nice portal to deny that. But they grab camps almost simultaneously, pushing this into the bottom lane. And this is where we see a lot of the priority. Medivh also good versus Li Ming. Absolutely true. The protection status can mitigate a lot of the big burst that comes out. But the thing is, Cass is maybe in a bad spot as they go ahead and get the portal right out of there. We have Contempt actually maybe getting in a bad situation here, as Kooks was getting some great body blocking, but they need to back off at this time as Sappers have kind of crashed in this lane. Going to get cleared out on the side of Doki HoTS Club. Contempt looking for that toss, not going to be happening just yet. And realistically, they only have a couple good targets to really toss out of here because of the good disengages that they have on that side of First Pick GGAFK. We have the Wrecking Ball coming up. I'm waiting for that specific toss. Meanwhile, though, I do want to note here the solo laners. Solo laners are actually doing double duty on this map. They've actually left their, they're going to go ahead and just rotate through mid and top. And with Dahaka, the brush shocking speed advantage, that's a great talent to, I don't know what it is, off enhanced agility. Kind of what it does. But the enhanced agility at level 1 is really, really, really powerful because of the fact that you can speed your rotations through the top and mid. And if they're going to be going for that the entire game, that's a really great way to go around it. As they go ahead and try and get the tongue drag out, they're not going to be connecting. They're going to use that protection status. That toss will goes out onto Kooks. They have the impale into a couple of members, but they get the portal right out of here. Trying to channel the left-hand side. They have some great poke coming out from a couple of the members. Left and right altars in the top lane have been channeled, and we'll go ahead and just do 2 damage each. The tongue drag goes onto T-Mog here, and they find the kill onto Hanzo. So first kill of the game going over to the members of First Pick GGAFK, but Kook is repositioned with that toss, and that will be kill in favor for Doki HoTS Club. And so without their Anubrek, this is a bit of a hard fight for them. They don't have their Hanzo, who's got great poke and damage, but they still have Li Ming. Sleep Dart goes out. That will be the toss on a Medivh, trying to make sure that protection status doesn't work here as they go ahead and try and get through the portal, and they're not there. They lose their stacks too. That is all the Arcane Rift stacks gone, as Argentina Boy is the target of Deity Minion, and they're trying to get onto them. Sleep Dart goes out. The tongue drag will connect onto one member, but that actually pulls them right next to Contempt as they get the kill onto Greymane. Reset after reset. This is going to be a very good fight for Doki HoTS Club at the start of this game. 4 kills to 1, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they assailed this bottom lane. Just pushing into this would be huge for them because of the fact, as I didn't really talk much about it, is the siege potential on bottom lane with the 2 sapper camps, as well as the map and macro control that you can have with that. Being able to hold over that bottom lane and force the rotations from an awkward position through that top, or kind of through the side where the minions are, or let's say this altar here, you only really have 2 entry points, and it's because these kind of 2 entries here. Rotating through the bottom wouldn't really be possible, because if this is converted over, you don't want to walk through that. And Speaking of single target, or single altars, we are going to be starting one up in the bottom lane in just a second. As Sapper Camp invaded here, they get onto Dahaka, but the portal's there in time, making sure that they make it out just fine. And, not what you want in the situation. But also, the other thing to note, that laugh does signify that the boss is up and available at 5 minutes into this game. So they are going to go ahead and eventually play around that. We'll see. Realistically, most teams look for, a big wipe or, a great team fight where the enemy team has just been weakened a little bit here as they try and get the toss onto one of these sappers to move it a little bit closer to the fort, wanting to convert this a little bit quicker. If they can get 5 shots here, that'll be huge for them. Just an extra amount of damage that'll put them down to 27 core health on the side of First Big Gazlo. As Cass is tossed away, the burrow comes out from Kooks. That will be the portal out available as well. Roxas is going to try and get some damage out here, needing to back off just a little bit, getting poked by a couple of these members, but that is going to be the altar spawning here in the next 20 seconds in this bottom lane. No conversion onto the bell tower, but definitely taking some damage, or taking some health significantly off of it. As they're going to hold this over, Dahaka has the brush stocks. They're going to need to rotate the Leorc very, very soon if they want to have the full 5 members, and that's what they're going to be doing here. As Toss goes out, poke out from Roxas as well.
The time is now, heroes. Claim the orders.
I'm just waiting. The root goes out. Currently going to have Leorc looking for this flank. No 10s available. We have a fight certain breaking out in the back line here as so much damage is going to be going on to so many of the members. We actually have so much damage onto the Garrosh, but that armor is going to be keeping them alive for the time being. Also, the healing from Ana will be huge for them as Leorc might be needing some healing, but actually it was going to be that Garrosh as they're trying to get out the healing mitigation going out onto the Dahaka, trying to make sure that that essence isn't utilized here, but that is going to be the altar in favor for the members of First Pick Gazlo GGAFK, and they will even up the core health to 32 to 32 in this game 2 between these two teams, and this is awesome. Sentner is the Doki Doki HoTS Club biggest fan. You heard it here first, folks. Oh. Argentina boy, though, going to be rotating up into that top lane. Going to go ahead and get some soak here, as well as just make sure they push themselves into that 10 range for the next altar phase. That will be achieved at this time, and we do have that Warlord's Challenge coming out from Intent. And a boost from the Ana. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Nothing surprising. We're not seeing anything big. You know, we're not seeing some nano boosted Dragon's Arrow or something from Hanzo. It's just gonna be the Dragon Strike. Because Dragon Strike is, I don't know, it always throws me off. But actually, Toss gonna be going out. That will be the taunt as well. Cass is still able to make it through the portal, but the thing is, they have the Dragon Arrow to go ahead and get the kill. That was huge. Burning a cooldown like that for the kill, 100% worth it, because the thing, you've also reset the Medivh Arcane Rift stacks, and being able to take those out is a huge play. If I don't get to play Tyrande, I don't want to play. Tyrande's strong. I was actually casting it last night with Cat Peach, and, or excuse me, not Cat Peach, with Dungstick, and Tyrande has got some interesting interactions with the new Shadowstock being, well, I guess you can't really call it new when it used to basically be the way that Shadowstock worked, if I'm not mistaken. It always did the entire team, and then they changed it to be single target, and then they changed it back to where now it's the full team again. But with that being said, they convert the bottom bell tower. Sappers are available in this bottom lane too. We actually have the Dahaka sitting in this bush. They turn around on this. They want to back out of here. Tens are available for both teams. We maybe see the Leyline Seal here setting up for some sort of fight, as the portal is available into that backline. That will be the Tranquility coming out from the Malfurion. The taunt goes out from Contempt as they throw one member away, and this is currently going to be the Unicorn Farts getting taken out of that cocoon. Sorry, I just saw the Hanzo arrow, and I'm like, where are you going? That will be the left side converted over, and nope. Pick up onto the right-hand side, but the other thing, too, is that 3 Sappers went in through this bottom lane, so that is going to be a nice amount of damage going out into their core. They convert. Out of that, they get 8 damage onto the core health of First Pick Gazlo GGAFK. That's huge. But Dahaka. Not even needing the Disintegrate from Li Ming there. And they'll go ahead and just grab this top camp. They will convert over the bottom bell tower. Not going to be a big issue, but they want the more experience that they're going to get from taking down this front gate, and also pushing in with these Sappers. They convert the bottom bell tower. They already burned down the gate, and this is a huge amount of experience in favor for them here. I mean, we can already see that the structured experience is starting to really kind of spread between these two teams, as they don't convert the top lane, but they definitely put some damage and some hurt onto it. as boss is available, but I don't think we see the play for it. Not just yet. Maybe if we saw team wipe, or maybe if this was like a 16 advantage, but overall, I'm not expecting that in the situation. They're just going to rotate around, just try and get some experience from just the easy towers that they can kind of play aggressively into. And Doki HoTS Club really turning it on for this game number 2 here, and I gotta say, it's awesome to see them play this aggressive here in this matchup. Towers of Doom is not really one of those maps that you often see a lot of teams play hyper aggressive, because you do have to kind of play the map pacing. You're waiting for these altars, but on top of that, if you do dominate the lanes, you do dominate this bottom lane, you can feed in sappers consistently. The timer on it is only 2:30, as it looks like we actually have the Leork falling in the top lane, going to be rotated and ganked by the entire team of First Pick Gazlo GGFK. But the thing is, they say, all right, well, you're all in top lane. That's a free fork for us. They go ahead and convert the bottom bell tower. They have 3 sappers that can walk in. Doesn't look like that's the priority, as the altars have spawned. They have the vision going out into this top one. They go ahead and put Leeming on the bottom just to go ahead and get the 5 shots off already. They can try and interrupt, and they're going to do a great job of that, as they actually have a lot of damage going onto Garrosh. They pop the Indomitable. Kook's a little bit in a bad spot. Burrow Charge, I think, is available. They will be able to get onto T-Mog here, but they're still in that backline a bit. The taunt goes out onto a couple members as a step forward onto Deity Minion, just trying to get some burst. That will be T-Mog getting cleared out of the cocoon very, very quickly there from that Disintegrate, as the Tranquility is going to be coming out. They throw them away just to deny this a little bit. That will be the Entomb on top of that as well. No big play from that, and that will be the Leork falling at this time, and they actually get the Tongue Drag onto Contempt, and I think that's going to be a dead Garrosh on top of it. 2 for none trade here, and I think this is going to be, oh no, they want more, as T-Mog is going to be the next target. They don't get the jump over the wall. That is going to be the kill, as Yiming is trying to get that poke damage and get that kill. It's not going to be happening just yet. They will poke out onto Cass here. Burrow Charge coming out. They're going to get the heal from Unicorn Farts just fine. And they get the bell tower converted over, or captured here. Going to be 3 shots onto the core of First Pick, Doki HoTS Club. But the thing is, First Pick Gazlo, they took 5 from that, as well as, I don't think the sappers got fed in. I'm pretty sure those got cleared out. They go ahead and they'll convert this easily. But the thing is, now that they can see them in bottom lane, boss call. I mean, that's instantaneous at this point. This is such a good call for them to go ahead and grab this boss to push this up. They are going to rotate up here, but it's not going to be quick enough. At least I don't think it's going to be quick enough. No, they won't be able to do this. They'll scout it out. Like, they'll get there as the shots are going to be coming out. Like, oh, yeah, they haven't been on map for a while. That kind of makes sense. So, core health sitting at 13 to 26. It is half health to the core of the members of Doki HoTS Club. First Pick Gazlo GGFK, I'm just not sure what their play is at this point. They haven't really been losing out a ton. It's 6 to 6. It seems like the macro advantage is really, really in favor for Doki HoTS Club. They're doing a phenomenal job with this, and to say that while they have the Dahaka to get the burrows and to rotate around the map, it's just some of these team fights are just going over so well for the members of Doki HoTS Club, as we have a triple altar phase popping up here. This won't be the demise of First Pick Gazlo GGFK if they get all 3 of these, but it will put them at 1 core health. And I think at this time they want to try and convert over that bottom bell tower and potentially have the leyline seal for the steal. Medivh cheats and steals away the camp. That will be the, oh my god, Tranquility coming out. The taunt goes out as well as they lock a couple of members down here. Contempt in the bit of a bad spot. They actually end up getting burned down here, and that might have been a bit of a too aggressive play from the members of Doki HoTS Club, as they lose the camp that they went so quickly to pick up. And that will be Leork stealing away the left-hand side. Argentina Boy doing a great job of that. They still have that Wraith Walk, so they should be able to get out of here just fine. I don't think it should be an issue for them. Tongue Drag did go out. They have that self-heal that was happening, and that will be the Wraith Walk right out of there. Cat's going to go ahead and get the capture onto this top right bell tower. Looks like this mid lane was lost to First Pick Gazlo, so they go ahead and deal 8 core health, core damage to the members of Doki HoTS Club, but still take 4 themselves, putting them at 9 health to the 18. This is still just a halfway game, trying to get the deny onto the hearth at this point, but we actually have a bit of a damage coming out onto Ana. Oof. Ouch. Pass going out into cast. They don't have a portal at this time. That will be the taunt coming out as well. That is the Disintegrate coming out. The portal disconnect, and they try to reset the Arcane Rift stacks. And I have to say, they're sitting at 17 out of the 40 necessary, and so they've been reset, I think, twice at this point. We can check that really quickly. Yeah, twice. And That's not where you want to be on a Medivh. Getting reset like that many times on your stacks, that is not a good time. As it will be the siege camp picked up in favor for the members of First Pick Gazlo GGFK. Actually, do they make a rotation of this? Hanzo Air going to be coming out as well. Cass going to be the target in the situation. They're trying to get onto these members. They actually have the Leyline Seal come out. That will delay this for a second, but the Unstoppable is used. They're trying to make their way up. That is so much shielding. They actually have the Overburrow from Kooks as my Unstoppable. Even Garrosh was trying to get the Unstoppable off, and I guess it didn't happen there, as that will be... Oh, Proxus is so low. Proxus is going to be able to get out of there just fine. Leoric has pushed up top lane quite a bit. They will lose the well, but I don't think this is going to convert the bell tower over. We do have a bit of a harass in this rotation, as Argentina Boy might be the target. Gonna go ahead and pop the Wraithwalk right away and just say, no, I'm good. Meanwhile, though, Alterface has popped. Currently have a bit of a brawl or a chase breaking out. We're just going to get some poke damage out onto this. I was thinking that they were going to rotate down here, but nothing just yet. The portal's there for just the aggression. They do have the capture onto this, and 4 more damage is going over to the core of Doki HoTS Club. And this is 9-14, and it is getting to be one of those Towers of Doom games where you just can't predict who's going to be coming out on top of this. It's seemingly going to come down to a couple macro calls. The other thing, too, I think boss should be up fairly soon here, as we have a minute left on that timer. Invade onto the camp on the right-hand side. No Leyline Seal used because it is just coming off a cooldown. Going to try and get that dismount from Kooks. Not going to work out there, as both Sapper camps are grabbed. We have a single Ultra Phase next that will be in the bottom lane. Both of these teams are going to be looking for the conversion onto these bottom lane bell towers, as no one just yet. Contempt stepping a little far forward here. The dive in. The Leyline Seal actually coming out, getting 3 members here. Hanzo also got that arrow out, but that will be Garrosh getting picked off in the situation. We have the Cocoon Wrap going out onto Proxus, and not going to be getting that pick, and they actually have to pop the Tranquility. The 3 Sappers are going to be fed in, but that is only going to be taking down the gate, so really no big experience shift at this time. But we still have a bottom altar going to be popping up soon. If they can get the conversion onto this bell tower, that'll be huge for them. That'll even up this game 9-9, and then we can maybe see just some sort of play coming out from First Pick Gazlo. But the thing is, Leoric is trying to convert this over. Such a good call. Oh. They're just saying, let's trade 4 shots. They just trade 4 shots. That's it. Oh, no. They're not going to go boss? Oh, they're just going to try and get the... Are they going to try and convert it before they capture it? I think it's possible. It's absolutely possible in this situation. There's 7 seconds left on this bottom altar. There's 2 members down here. No one's able to rotate in time. They could wait for the channel. That is a big factor here. And just say, all right, well, we can wait for the Dahaka potentially. No, they're just going to go for it. They actually get the conversion, and that is only going to be 3 shots going over to the core of Doki HoTS Club, as the boss play is a potential at this time. They are starting to play around it. 9-11 in core healths. Toss going to be going out onto Deity. Minion Taunt going to be there as well. Hanzo going to go ahead and get the Dragon Arrow on top of that, but Contempt in a bad spot. That will be the Entomb out as well. Contempt getting out with just a couple hundred health. The Deity Minion stepping up, though. Going to go ahead and confirm the kill onto Garrosh in this fight. So 1 member going down so far. That will be the Cocoon coming out. That is potentially Leoric falling, and that will be the 2nd kill of this fight. 20s have been achieved. We currently have the lead. Oh my god, everyone waiting for Hanzo to come on the Cocoon, and that is going to be 3 members killed. They move over to the boss, and that is going to be 4 shots onto the core of Doki HoTS Club, and this is getting to be a tighter and tighter game. Yo, what's up, Ragnarok? How's it going, my friend? I don't know what to say. This map, right now we have 4 bell towers in favor for the members of Doki HoTS Club. They need to rotate off and just get the clear onto these waves, as well as going ahead and getting the clear onto these bell towers, so they can at least have some sort of even game or some sort of advantage, because they still have that bottom lane captured over. Looks like Ana and Li Ming are trying to whittle this down with the help of the minion wave, just to not take too much damage. But I think before we have this double altar phase, which could potentially be game ending for both teams, this is game ending for both teams, potentially. Really depends on how this next team fight goes and who gets the next bell towers. They want to convert this over. I like the grab of the Sapper camp for the bottom lane. They also, yeah, that will confirm that. I don't think they're going to be able to get this bottom bell tower in time, but they do get the top lane on the side of First Pick Gazlo GGAFK. So it's 4-4 in shots. The 1 shot won't end it, but 2 will. And so we'll have to see how this team fight goes. Kook's already stepping up, making sure they don't get those initial shots. Or do they trade? Leyline Seal coming out, actually connecting onto every member here. They get the left-hand side. It's all about this right altar phase. 20 to 20 in levels. We have the double toss going out onto a couple members, buried alive onto 3 of them. The Han's are going to get the arrow. That will be the taunt on top of it. So many members are stuck in this buried alive. No one dying just yet, as they also had the burrow from the Dahaka at this time. Going to get the clear onto the Ana in the cocoon, as they're falling very, very low on the side of Doki Doki HoTS Club, and they only lose their Leoric at this time. That's huge. They go ahead and get the sleep onto Kooks here, but if they can step forward and get... That is a weird death rattle that is just in my ear for a while, but that is actually going to be Unicorn Farts confirming this. This is one of the closest, I wouldn't say one of the closest, but this is an extremely close Towers of Doom game. Holy crap. These two teams. It's checkmate position for both teams realistically. If Doki Doki HoTS Club can go ahead and convert this bottom keep and feed in 2 out of these 3 sappers, that's all they need. And if they have Garrosh, the friendly... Oh, no. Dahaka Baby getting caught out here in a bad spot. That will be the availability for that portal. They get it, and they're looking for the conversion. If not... Yeah, they have actually 1 sapper that went through, so they can still win if they wait here, but I don't think it's going to be happening, as the sappers will be cleared out before they even get the aggression onto the fort. Silence, excuse me, Buried Alive going to be coming out, though. They start to walk out of it. That will be the portal letting them out of there as well. They get the cocoon coming out on top of that. Holy crap, these teams never stop fighting, as no one has died yet, and this has been the longest back and forth. We have the Tranquility coming out from the Malfurion at this time. They want to step up further. The toss goes out onto Kooks here, trying to look for that stun onto the enemy team. They go ahead and have the Dragon Arrow on top of it. That will be the Wraithwalk coming out. That is going to be Medivh Cheats, getting 3 members locked down, but that didn't really do a ton. Realistically, just set themselves up for some chase. The burrow is going to come out from a Nubrek at this time. They step forward, trying to get the blow up onto Ursik, and it's not happening just yet. Double altar phase. Both of these teams just need 1. Oh, I'm not answering anything in Twitch chat right now. I didn't see anything, but we have a fight. We're currently breaking up the fight. Oh my god, the silence, the sleep. That will be the Medivh falling here, as the double altar phase is going to be starting up in just a second, but they lose their Leoric. 1-for-1 trade here. We have Team Bog going to be trying to stall out top lane, as bottom lane is going to be stalled out by Kooks here. They're going back and forth between these two, as I'm trying to just at least jump around here between these 2 lanes and make sure I don't miss who's going to get the channel onto this. The cocoon did come out. There's a lot of damage onto Unicorn Farts, as they might get that kill. That will be the combo coming out from Li Ming. Meanwhile, though, we have Ursik trying to get the capture of that, but Garrosh will be falling to the Malfurion in this situation. That's not very good, as it looks like we have Li Ming in a bit of a bad spot, going to dodge them with the blink. That will be the Nano Boost coming out as well. Meanwhile, though, we have Ursik trying to get onto this point, and no one is going to stop it. The Dragon Arrow is going to be coming out as well. Li Ming with the huge blow up. That will be the play of the game, but maybe putting Team Mog in a bit of a bad spot. Gonna make it out just fine. Meanwhile, the altars are still uncontested. Well, I wouldn't say uncontested, but no one has been able to get them just yet. We have Li Ming going for the bottom lane. No one's there for the interrupt just yet. Blinky gonna be looking for it. That will happen. The Buried Alive coming out, trying to deny them that, so they actually go ahead and trying to dive onto them. Teleport gonna be huge for them here, as they continue this back and forth. I'm just like, who takes this? Garrosh is back in like 19 seconds. We Unicorn Farts very low. Gonna go ahead and get the self-heal. Deity Mini gonna be diving out as well. That is going to be the Ana falling in this situation. Not really where you want to be, as we actually have potentially... Oh no. Medivh's got it. There's no way they can interrupt it. And that is going to be Doki Doki HoTS Club taken down in game number 2. GG. Well played. Oh my god. Oof. What a ridiculous game number 2 between these 2 teams. Oh, but first pick Gazlo GGAFK will go ahead and take that match. So let me go ahead and get a message out to Deity Minion and see what is going to be going on with him. Who they want to send for. Oh my god, I need to... I need to catch my breath after that match. Holy crap. Alright, we'll wait here for a second for Deity Mini and see who they want to send for the interview. Double altar? This double altar, oh my god. is so good. It is such a good one. Blinky wants to. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and jump into a lobby. Lobby. Oh, we're already gonna be joined by them. Hello, Blinky. How you doing? Congratulations on that game 2 victory.
Hey, Bahamut. Thanks.
No, it was such an amazing match here. Now, first off, what were comms like during that last brawl? Because that had to be absolutely insane to be doing that. In I just like the back and forth had to be absolutely insane in that situation. Like, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have to give it up to Pokchus. His Li Ming is gross. He was teleporting circles around us, and yeah, it was very challenging that final skirmish in the bottom two altars. I think we just sort of split into two parts. Our team, it was me and Kooks at the bot, and then the rest of our DPS that was alive in the top. It was pretty crazy, but we pulled it off.
That was so much fun to cast. Now, going back into game number 1, when we're actually looking at Tomb of the Spider Queen, the rotations were really, really strong from you in the early game. Was it just the late game stitches, or what was it that really turned the game around in favor for Doki Doki HoTS Club? Because it seemed like in the early game you guys were pretty strong, but what happened, Blinky?
I think it's sort of a classic Hero League failure of you start stringing deaths and then you just fall further and further behind as a result. And their Stitches was getting the occasional good pick. A few times we were too far out and they were able to easily rotate on us. I think overall they played really well with vision and managed to rotate onto us pretty quickly and from sneak attacks.
That, I mean, I gotta say, it was an amazing game. Like to be able to see that was just so good between you two. The back and forth was just absolutely phenomenal. It's just overall, yeah, they got some great macro play onto you. Now, the one thing I gotta ask, what do you know, what's up with the Asmodean ban? I mean, are you guys that known for it at this point that teams are banning out Gazlo and Asmodean against you?
I think
probably better for me to answer, to be honest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last season, Cass was known for playing Asmodean all the time, like before the rework. So as a result, he at a certain point we were known for basically we would go to Dragonshire, he would pick Asmodean, no one would expect it, and we would just win that game. The second map, it would be like, if we lose, whatever, we tie. But at a certain point, teams started banning out Asmodean against us because he was the Asmodean player before Asmodean was good. Now he's good, people know to ban it against us typically, or at least we assume so. So that's why everyone bans it against us. I think we played it twice this season, like against one of the teams that didn't realize what was up.
Got you. All right, well, that was an absolutely amazing matchup. Before I let you go, Blinky, any shoutouts that you want to give?
Shoutouts to Deity for doing all the research on our opposition and making sure that our ban phase included a Cho in every opportunity. Shout out to you, Bahamut, for casting us. I look forward to watching the VOD after this. And shout out for my wife for letting me play 4 hours of HoTS this evening in our doubleheader without giving me a whole lot of grief.
Well, I gotta say, it was absolutely awesome, and thank you so much to Blinky's wife for letting him play with all of us this evening. But congratulations in your game 2 victory. Hope to see you play even stronger in that game number 2. Or that match number 2, I'll be trying to catch that yourself, because I think you guys are being casted. Do you know who's casting you?
I can ask Sentner, but I have no idea.
I thought I saw someone that was casting it. But either way, congratulations on your game 2 victory. This was an awesome match to cast. Can't wait to see you further down the line. GG's to both of you.
GG's.
Cheers.
All right, everybody. At this time, it is going to be it for me. But hey, just wait. This is actually going to be the first match of the evening. We still have a second match, and I'm going to take a quick 10-minute break. Stream is going to drop for a second. It's going to drop for like 10-ish minutes, so I don't know. We're kind of in this weird spot. There's 20 minutes before the next match starts. I can leave it on a BRB screen, or I can just drop stream for 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't think all of you want to lose. I don't think you want to lose out on the next game. I think it's going to be really fun. So either way, I think what we'll do is we'll drop stream, we'll bring it back up, and then we'll just be AFK for a little bit here. But thank you all so much for watching these games, cheering on. This has been an absolute blast. But that is going to do it for me for this time. You can follow me here, obviously on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter or on YouTube. I have a lot of great old VODs popping up here and there throughout YouTube from the previous seasons of the Nexus Gaming series, as well as on Twitter. You can find out when I'm going live and such. All of that information can be found in the panels below you, or you can hit ! YouTube or ! Twitch. Those are definitely the best ways to stay connected with the content and make sure you're always getting as much Heroes of the Storm as possible. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and make another cup of tea, get ourselves set up for game number 2 here, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. I am Bahamut, your caster friend, and I'll see you soon.